Welcome to MPC tutorial for beginners. Today we are going to make a template for Juho.
Yeah!
So on the left side MPC we have already my basic template, which is actually quite complex. And on the right side we have like empty project. So we are going to make like a template for Juho, which is probably like less than half of this. Something like 8 tracks or 6. Let's see how we will end up. Okay, we will start by creating some beat tracks. They can be percussion, drums or whatever. We could start what the organization is up to you, but we decided with Juho that we will proceed so that we will add like 2 tracks for drums, so we can separate the lower end drums and like bass drums and snares, and then hi-hats and shakers and things like that. To use effects or something, we can then have dedicated effects for each. Another drum track. There is already one now, but we can add another one and we can then go back to that.
The first one.
Yeah, let's do the first one. So we can choose maybe from the expansions the acoustic drums, so they are already in the beginning, and this shows that XPM extension is for you have the audition level. So
that's good. So actually for the track 2 it could be the same.
Yeah, it could be the same, but I would recommend to kind of create mixtures, because they are kind of hard-coded, those. So if you want to choose, then you choose that one. Okay, that way you can do it. And there are several ways to add tracks, but you can do this way.
So you don't think
test that vintage or something that might be different. Then you can have an option to kind of change a little bit different sounds. Now you got this one, you can test the sound somewhat, how they differ. So they are quite different, and it actually is good. And sometimes the hi-hats work like this, that it stops the open hi-hat, the closed one. The quickest way is that if I want to change this one, I just press Shift menu, and then you can browse. That's the quickest way to change it now if you have a template. If you want to have like a synth for chords, or what is the like the general approach?
I think the chords would be the next, but should we save now?
Yeah,
this would go as a template.
Yeah, let's save it.
So to menu and save, and then
project as, then name, yeah, Juho's template or something, and then save as template. There, and save. This is user's template there. Now it loads those 2 drum kits automatically. Like to add 1 track for chords, so we'll add plugin track, and you can go main. It defaults, I think it's also in the settings that you can change the default, but you can
this is not the first. Okay,
yeah, you can choose, for example, Jura, or that sounds a bit more maybe for chords quite good, because it has good pads. So maybe better to choose pad sound, pad soft or bright. Want movements, you can take an arp.
Let's try this.
Okay, taped strings, yeah. Okay, next phase is that we would like to make a bass track, and so we will take plugin, and if you Sub Factory is good. That's quite good, strong and a little bit driven. 808. Yeah. Now you get the bass, and you wanted to have 1 lead track.
Yeah.
So you can add, maybe you could add a key group, or it's okay. That's the group. Yeah, there are bass sounds at first because it's alphabetic order, but you can, of course, you can search. Is it like lead? Does it have? Yeah, now you can browse the That's quite ancient, is that nowadays?
You like that one?
I mean that we didn't like it, but the ancient is nowadays word. So if you go to the main and go to the arranger view, so now you got the, okay, it's a little bit, yeah. Just we have connected this, just by the way, we have connected these MPCs so that this one is from the output to the other MPC input. So it's that simple. And then we have a possibility to MIDI sync from here to have them synchronized if we want to. If you want to record it exactly so that it will be audio track in here, so we can use the MIDI sync to keep it in sync. Okay, then to finalize Juho's template, we would like to add 2 audio tracks, one for guitar playing and one for singing. So we will put 2 audio tracks there. Yeah, and the second one, and you can then name them. You can put like vocals and double click and there. Put vocals and guitar to the other one. So now it's good moment to save the template because you have done quite much work. And all of this you don't need to do then when you project as, and then you don't need to do that. You just go to the
where I put it.
Yeah, where you templates, double click to Juho's template and click the save as template. Now you were too fast. Let's redo it.
What?
Let's redo it. So now you have it untitled there, but yeah.
Ah, okay.
You need to double, I think, now, yeah. And override it. Yeah, that way. So now you have updated your template. Go here, you can press mix, and then I have the effects here. Then I can define here the submixes and returns. Return. There you have it. You have already, there is a default. Seems that there is some defaults already. But you can choose what kind of reverb you want to have as a send, for which you can then use in any track. So if you open, you can have it, this is Airtref. You can put it with the garbage scan if you want to choose different, and that also. Maybe you can delete that one also. So you can define your own. Now you can choose from there and check what you would like to have. Did you have the, yeah.
So let's go with this one.
Soft space, okay. And then you can add some delay, for example, to return. Did you have the pro delay or sync delay? So you can have, for example, that. It doesn't matter. And then in the return, you would like to have maybe the flavor as I have. You did.
There's no search here. You always have to go.
Yeah, but now we are doing the template, so it helps a bit.
So flavor pro.
Yeah. I would recommend to have the soft clipper because then you can bring a little bit more. Okay, let's do it actually so that you can audition if you want to decide. So how you will do it is that you go to the mix, and now we go to the tracks. That was the third one. You can put it full. That's send. So now you have it full.
Oh, yeah.
You can,
yeah,
let's have that one full. Okay. So you can test it, the preset. Now choose that.
It was this one.
Yeah. And now you can test, you see, that signal. With what is good. But of course, remember it's a send, and now it's full, so it can be just milder.
Do you usually use the presets, or do you make your own?
Depends. Sometimes, just if I have time, I can switch.
Okay. for this moment I like this.
There is a different, it brings more. That autosave is, yeah, it's heavily compressed. It means that it's kind of stable, not having the dynamics.
Okay, the autosave is why I have the untitled project.
Yeah, but okay, if you like this one, then it's okay.
And again I should put it to...
Yeah, maybe for template, or you can have the default values, of course.
Yeah,
but now that's the idea, that maybe now it's a good moment to save. One additional comment about when creating this return and sends. So we can, if we want to have more impact, we can make these, check that these are the mixes like 100%, and we can even adjust the output and things like that, because remembering that when we have the levels there, when we have the sends, so this is like send for reverb, so that it have a good impact. And this was the flavor, and this was the soft clipper, which brings up. So if you have all of them,
so if the effect has mix as 100%, then this would be what
like
kind
part
of
of it. Yeah, if it's full, then it's 100%, but you can have less. As you see that the decibels, it's like 0 in the full, so it means that it's fully bringing the effect, but then it cuts from the effect.
Which one I should use, the mix or
now when you have defined, you use this one only. You don't you have kind of at least the template purposes that, but you can of course change it if you want to have something very different. Okay, then we add some effects to the vocals, for example. So you can choose the vocals track
and mix,
and then you choose the effects. You would like to have your voice in tune, so you can have the vocal tuner. Now you have the vocal tuner, and you can choose. Okay, we can check the settings later, but you can have the doubler. It's normally good because it makes your voice a little bit more thick. If you want to have different reverb, would that be nicer for your voice, for example? Then you can have a different from the return and sends part. You can have the...
But I think it was this.
Yeah, you can still have the same reverb, what you would like to have as a default. So vocal tuner, you need to think about what is the scale you are mostly using. Is it the C major? Then it's an okay, and your voice range is like mid, maybe it's correct.
Could be.
But
yeah.
But the detection could be something else, maybe.
Okay, but I will.
Maybe that's best to start with, and then you can go to doubler, and you can maybe that's too heavy. You can choose from the check if there is some nice presets.
There was no presets here. Oh, there was actually.
You can, that smooth one is probably the best or something, yeah. To start with, and then
I will test it.
Vocal doubler, and you can not super tight, maybe something like 2 voices is good, maybe not slapback.
Okay, I will test it.
Yeah.
Let's take this super.
Yeah.
And,
okay. The reverb maybe for voice, could it be like something like a more airy? You can put like whole or adjustment. I would not put the 100% there, but something like to bring out something like 16 or...
Yeah, so now it's not going through the sends.
Yeah, now so it's just dedicated for the vocals, this effect and control. So now you got the vocal tracks, and for guitar you already have the sense, you can remember, but
Yeah.
you can have for guitar, for example, you could add, do you want to have like crusher or distortion or something?
I think I will normally use acoustic guitar, so maybe not.
So maybe compression or something, then you can have a little bit. Okay, you can put that something light and tight. Was that, maybe that was good, and then maybe not to have like full, but something a little bit calm down the dynamics. Now we have like the effects, basics, and we are still skipping the mastering effects and things like that.
So
but
I will save.
so you need to be careful with the master volume. So because there is no limiters and things like that. But we will continue with that mastering effects in the next sessions.